Shiba Inu army, this is absolutely true. Listen closely. 1.4 is going to turn into billions or at least 1 billion when in due time. Everybody, lately we haven't been talking too much about chip price, and that is on purpose. What we've been hammering is EBL, DeFi, and how the ecosystem is growing. And looking even at Lucy's post, right? Been directed to influencers that talk about Shiba Inu not creating false and unrealistic expectations. I think with the previous knowledge that I have from Cronos chain, right? I do understand how this DeFi world works a little bit, and it is paramount that the ecosystem grows. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned that finally I'm seeing Shibarium added on DeFi Llama, and it is the utmost importance that you understand why I'm saying billions. Here's why. At the moment of today, August 31st, the last day of this awesome month that we got Shibarium launched, right? That we waited years, some of us, since 2020, finally saw it. Great. In less than a month, Shibarium has been able to recoup 1.4 million in TBL, staked over $30 million, and more than, I'm sure, 500,000 wallets. I just wanted to put it out there for everybody. If you're just coming in here for the first time in the channel, welcome. Oscar Ramos here. Don't forget to smash and subscribe. That'll help a lot. So everybody learn. Okay. As of right now, you are seeing the number at 1.4 million. Are you ready to get your mind blown? Shibarium is starting, and look at who is already beating. Look at who is already beating. Doge. That might not be Doge chain, whatever. The point is, dude, what you're seeing right now are the top chains in blockchain, in Web3, right? In DeFi. Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain. You go all the way to the 1011 Cronos and Base. Yes, Base from Coinbase just passed Cronos chain. Insane, but it is true. Base right now is on a rampage. It is not the bull market. In the bull market, Cronos was over 4.5 billion. Polygon was right now it's 782, was like over 2-digit billion. Ethereum was over 100 billion. We had a lot of money in DeFi. So it is not difficult to have Shibarium with the brand associated to it, that is Shiba Inu, Leash, Bone, and Treat, and obviously the massive community that Shiba Inu is. This guys, last probably the last couple of months of 2023, I wouldn't be surprised if it's already in the top 50 by total value lock. That will be 20 million, 50 million of money. If the market continues obviously bleeding and going down, right? Because that's also a possibility, then that might not be the case. However, if it continues getting better from here, I'm pretty sure that all of these chains don't have any chance of beating Shibarium's growth. Now, here's why it's important. Because I think with what's happening right now with this chain, Shibarium, right, that it's important that it's growing, that it's lacking a lot of different mix. What do I mean? If you come to Shibarium right now, open it, you're gonna see that most of the products and protocols are DEXs, farm. So when you open up, let's say Cronos, and this one, you're gonna see so many different categories that make a good chain. A growing chain that people are building, that you're bringing developers, that it's not only a huge community, but it's also high quality developers that are want to build in this chain, right? Obviously, you want to bring games and different kinds of utilities for the ecosystem, for the people. So we have obviously one that it's being dominating right now. Let's open up Base. Look at Base. Cross chain, Dexes, lending, GL aggregators, cross chain. There's so many great things here. I actually haven't used Base, right? Because you just have to understand so many people coming in and adding a lot of bunch of total value locked. Here's one of the beautiful things about DeFi is that it doesn't mean that base is gonna be the top for forever. This is because it's new and it's exciting, and obviously Coinbase has a bunch from brand recognition that Shiba Inu, right? But it will come to a point that in the bull market, if Base doesn't have what it takes, guess who's gonna take that place? Ethereum and other different chains that are still building right now in the bear market. Therefore, I am pretty positive, and I can even tell you with full certainty that this 1.3 is heading to the billion level. And right now, that will put Shiba Inu within the top 10. Becoming a billion in the bull market, it's easy based on my experience from the past. Because in the top 15, top 20, even 25, we had roughly like the 1 billion, 1 billion, and then coming here to the top, the 4, the 5, and then 10, the 50, and go on. You get super high once there's a lot of greed and FOMO comes in. People start putting a lot of money because on blockchain, if you haven't noticed or you didn't see it last cycle, the APYs go nuts. Right now, APYs might not be so huge because there's not enough people, there's not enough vibe, right? But once we get to the bull season, you're gonna start seeing 1,000%, 500%, 300%, so high of new projects that it's gonna attract so many people to start staking or doing any type of DeFi with them. It is not sustainable, of course, but it helps to bring the liquidity. That liquidity can change really fast. So Shibarium has a mission not only to bring a lot of people, but to retain them. And that's something I've seen, and I can tell you from my real experience here since 2021, trying to do this in 2022, it works. Not all of them are going to be succeeding in 2024 once we are back, or 25, but I'm pretty sure Shibarium, right? It's there, which is in the 114th place with 9 protocols right now. So there's a long way to go. And I am pretty happy to say that this is the number that I always like to see. And where's my Shibarium scam.io? Here it is. This is also the number that was 440 something. It is still like that. I Guys, by the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if it's already passing 500. I said in my previous video that it's at 2x in the last 24 hours. So that 447 from this video might be the last time you see 400, because the next one might already be passing 500, and I wouldn't be surprised. So that is why I believe, everybody, talking less about the price right now, it helps people with realistic expectations. Because if Bitcoin is obviously pumping with the grayscale news, but then cannot continue running, obviously, guys, I mean, we're in that market that it's sad, it is frustrating. I wouldn't get too emotional with the market. I mean, Cronos as well pumps and dumps, and Shiba Inu as well pumps, and even Bone. Let's take a look at Bone. Bone going lower and lower. So hey guys, it is what it is. I know people are still gonna be talking about the price. I get it. I love it too. I mean, that's how we make our money. But you gotta also shift your focus into something that is more long term, to build an ecosystem that is for everyone. Because you might even want to become a developer or someone who builds for more people, and you can do it on Shibarium or whichever chain that is gonna bring value and utility to the crypto community that desperately needs it. There you have it, everybody. That's what I got for you right now. It's gonna really look sexy and awesome to see how that number will eventually go into the 2-digit million, the 3-digit million, and eventually the 1 billion. That, you see it waiting until the bull market, when the Shibarium has more protocols so that the community can come in and enjoy. They all have to work well, and remember what Chaitoshi and Lucy and Kyle and so many people have said. Be careful of scams. Scam projects on Shibarium, they cannot police them because they're not, it is decentralized. Shibarium is not managed by one entity. You have to be careful where you put your money and who's behind the project inside Shibarium, because it's your money. make sure it's approved or well received inside the community. Peace.